guys, welcome back to another prenatal series with me. I'm Megan, this is Lori and Lauren. We're going to guide you through a quadruped glute work today. So we'll be on all fours. We all have our ankle weights on. We love the ball of weights here. So if you want to, it's an option to use ankle weights. If not, it's totally fine to use your own body weight. Please make sure you check in with your doctor and make sure that you're in the clear to do any of these prenatal workouts. Otherwise, let's go ahead and get started down on the floor. All right. On all fours, here we go. Pressing into those palms and reaching those knees right directly underneath our hips. We'll start by releasing that right leg back behind us, nice and long leg, and lift it. Halfway up and lower. Lift and lower. Lift and tap. A few things to think about here. We want to keep our hips square to the floor, as well as a lot of power in those shoulders, reaching that chest down and back behind us so that that chest is wide in front of us. Nice. Keep it up. Right here, we've got 8. Lift. Lower. Lift. Just 4 more. Here we go for 4. 3. For 2, keep it at that height. Find a little lift and lower. Lift, 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 lift. This is where you start to feel that glute muscle, especially if you're wearing those ankle weights. Press, yes. Modification for this would obviously, if you have any wrist injuries, Lauren's showing us how you can come to those fists. Otherwise, pressing into those palms. 3, 2, let's take it to a heel reach. So it's a hamstring curl with a point. Hamstring, point. Nice. So that heel flexes, point that toe. Flex, point, flex, point. Nice work, ladies. It's a flex and point, flex and point. Last 2. Leave it in that flex at the top. Now we press into the ceiling. Press, press. This is a go-to move for any BodyBarre instructor here. We love to feel that burn right underneath the glute. We lift, hold it at the top. All right, here's a new move. We want to take that heel closer to the left glute and then press it back to the ceiling. Take it nice and slow. Over, and we straighten that chin. Reach it. It's almost like you're coming into an attitude. Over, and lift. That knee stays lifted. And lift. 1 more like that. Down. And lift. Now tilt that shin over. Hold it here and find that attitude flex. Lift. 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 Nice work. Look down to the toes and breathe. I'm sorry, to the fingers. Not your toes. We're not thinking here because we are tired. 8 more. Here's 8. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Now point that toe all the way out, all the way in. Point and flex. This is a little different than earlier. You have that leg at a diagonal. It's also reaching through that attitude. Point, flex, point. Almost there. Here's 4. For 3. We're going to leave it in that point, tap that toe down to the floor. Here we go. Tap it down, lift it high. Almost there. Tap, lift, tap. There's always the option to come down to that left forearm for a little more support in that upper body. We leave it at the top and find a little circle forwards. Forwards. Burn it out that glute. Stay with me, guys. You've got this. Here's 4. For 3, for 2, and 1. Drop it down. Open those knees wide, toes together. Press those heels back to the glutes. Walk your hands over to the left side of your mat. Stretch through that right side glute. There we go. Nice work, ladies. Walk it to the other side. Arms reach to the right, heels to the left. Stretch it out. Back to center, press through those palms, come on up. Let's take a little shoulder stretch here. Roll those shoulders up to the ears. Hold on to your fingers behind you, interlace those palms. Press those heels down and towards the toes and lift the heart. keeping that upper body nice and open is important during pregnancy because we know we're adding a lot to the front of our body and we're curling naturally through that spine. So really lifting that heart, lifting the chin, gazing to the ceiling. Beautiful work. And drop those hands back in front of you. Let's press back onto all fours, take it to the other side, and then we'll be done. Extend that left leg back, point that toe. Make sure you're nice and supported in that upper body. All right, here we go. Lift and lower to start. Lift, lower, lift, lower. Those hips are squared to the mat. You're pressing into those palms. Nice, tall, strong upper body. Beautiful. Lift and lower. Lift, it's a quick burn. Squeeze, release, squeeze, release. Nice work. Just 4 more here. For 4. For 3. We stay at the top and find a pulse. Here we go. Pulse it up. Lift. Tiny lower and lift. Just 1 inch up, 1 inch down. Thinking about that tight glute muscle right there. Connecting the hamstring to the bottom of the glute. Beautiful. Stay with it. A whole nother 8. Here we go. For 8, 7, 6, 5. For 4, 3. Hamstring curls. It's in. Point. Flex. Point. So remember, those hips are staying square to the floor this time. Later we have them open to the left corner. For now, they stay square to the mat. Here we go. For 4. Beautiful. For 3. For 2, stay at the top, flex that heel, press it to the ceiling, up, 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 up. Try not to clench through your jaw, release your face muscles. For 4, for 3, for 2, and stay here at the top. Now turn it into that attitude. Now right back to the top. I took that a lot slower than before. We turn it for 2, turn it up for 2. So it's just that ankle connecting over to the opposite glute, and then we reach it back up center. Nice. Over and straight. Over and straight. Last one. Come back to that attitude and hold it here. We lift, 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 lift. Nice work. Almost there. For 4. For 3, for 2, straighten and flex all the way through that chin. It's a straight and a flex. Point and a flex. Point and flex. Remember, you can come down to your right forearm if you like. Always an option to get a little more strength in that upper body. Here we go. It's 8, 7. Woo! You can hear these ladies breathing casually under their breath right there. They're staying with it. Last 2, straight legs, circles towards the front side. Circle, circle. Work that outside glute. Keep it going right here. 8 counts. 8, 7, 6, 5. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop it down. Knees wide, heels back towards the glute. Breathe it in, stretch it out, take a deep breath. Reach those arms to one side and then the other. All the way to the front, through the center, and then to the other side. Come back to center, go ahead and pull down to your glutes, face front. Let's take a little figure 4 stretch here. Pressing through our palms. Reach the right foot up and over to the left knee, and then press the chest in towards the belly. You might have to separate yourself from your legs a little bit more if you've got the belly in between, like me. It still works, especially if you flex those feet and you press the chest, lift it high. Nice work. Release that lower leg straight. Reach those legs out, and then switch it out other side. Right leg comes flat, left leg reaches up and over to the left knee or right knee. Stay here, breathe. straighten that spine, lift the chest, press into those palms behind you. Slowly let go of that bottom leg. Take those feet, cross them at the front of you. Take a nice tall spine. Find a moment here for yourself. Thank you for joining me on your mat. I hope you enjoyed this glute series, and we'll see you next time. Thank you, ladies. I know that was